How do you change a life in an instant? Bucket list item number 53 changed my life. Because of this item, I've been able to meet my girlfriend, increase my level of happiness, and inspire others to spread positivity. 2 years ago, I was in San Diego visiting a friend and walking on the beach. The two of us were cutting through a parking lot on our way to grab a bite to eat when I noticed out of the corner of my eye a sign on the back of an SUV windshield. It read, "Honk if you love someone." I envisioned myself driving down the road, seeing it, and thinking, what would I do if I was passing by this vehicle? Would I honk my horn? If anything, I knew that I would smile. The words resonated with me, so I took a quick photo and went about my day. I didn't think anything of it until my flight back home to DC. During the flight back, something sparked inside me that made me want to create a bucket list. A lot of people associate a bucket list with those who are older, retired, or maybe dying. But for me, I want to create a bucket list now. I wanted these real-life experiences, to do these things while I'm younger, and I figured, why do I need to wait till later on in life to challenge myself when I can do it now? It was because of that photo I took in the parking lot that helped me fuel my list. So I created my very own 100-item bucket list, which I'm giving myself 20 years to complete. Oftentimes, a lot of us get caught up in a materialistic lifestyle and forget about the simple things in life, the things that are free. With this, I made sure a majority of my bucket list items were experiences, not materials or monetary goals. I figured if I want to do something on my bucket list to kick things off, I want to do it right. I want to do something that's going to shake up my life, something that's going to make me step outside my comfort zone. But at the same time, something that was easy to do. And the one item that caught my attention the most was bucket list item number 53. I wanted to do it more as a social experiment than anything, because I was curious how people would react if they saw someone standing behind the message that read, "Honk if you love someone." I didn't have a clear vision of what I wanted to do, except to hold up a sign. Afterwards, I went to the store, I bought some posters, grabbed some markers, and drew up some positive affirmations. Signs included, "Don't be so hard on yourself," "You are someone's reason to smile," and "Honk if you love someone." I chose these signs because they were easy. I chose these signs because they're applicable to everyone. I didn't want to drop messages that were geared towards a small demographic. Afterwards, the key question I asked myself was, am I going to do this myself, or am I going to get other people involved? Better yet, who is crazy enough to join me in holding up these signs? The thought of holding up signs by myself was terrifying, so I reached out to other people to get them involved. I sent out an email to a dozen of my friends and family members asking them who would join me in holding up signs on a Monday morning. Everyone dreads Monday mornings, so for good measure, I included a line at the bottom of the email that said, "Free breakfast for anyone who joins me." I figured no one could pass up on a free meal. Well, several days passed by, no responses. In the end, it took a little bit of persuasion, but I was able to get 3 brave souls to join me. And so the 4 of us met in downtown Washington, D.C., where people from Virginia commute to the city each and every day in bumper-to-bumper traffic. It was a cloudy and muggy morning, and the minutes leading up to us holding up signs, I started to get nervous. I started getting nervous to the point where I said, "Hey guys, let's just hold up signs for 5 minutes and call it a day." I wasn't quite sure how people were going to react, if it was even legal for us to be out there. Are we going to get arrested? I assured myself that it would just be for a few minutes, I'd be able to knock it off my bucket list. Within the first few minutes of us holding up signs, the atmosphere completely changed. People were honking their horns, not at the people in front of them, but because they had read our messages on the side of the road. People were waving, they were giving us a thumbs up. I'd never been so happy on a Monday morning in several years. We had undercover cops blowing their cover and turning on their sirens. And we had 18-wheelers just slamming on the horns, which only created a chain reaction of others honking too. It was a ripple effect of happy moments right before my eyes. Before we knew it, 75 minutes had passed by. And in the end, it didn't matter whether or not people were honking the horns, smiling, or waving. Each person who drove by saw those messages and took it in some way, somehow. We were out there for 75 minutes, and it just completely changed my life. One of the most memorable moments was a guy in a tractor trailer who slowed down to a complete stop. He reached out and gave me a high five I'll never forget. With a smile on his face, he told us to keep it up, and he appreciated our messages. It was such a simple interaction with a complete stranger that I couldn't help but smile for the remainder of the day. Afterwards, my friends and I gathered around and talked about this experience that took us all a little bit by surprise. I don't think any of us expected to feel so fulfilled and connected to our community. We were out there doing a random act of kindness for a simple stranger, and it felt really good. My social experiment was living proof that positivity is contagious. My friends and I ended up holding up signs every Monday for 4 months straight. I quickly realized it doesn't take much to make a difference. The ripple effect was also felt through several area schools. One of the first to hold up signs was a local high school from Virginia, where students currently hold up signs once a month for the duration of the school year. With bullying and school violence being so prominent in today's society, there is a huge need to spread positivity within the school system. And not only are these projects cheap and easy to do, kids are able to experience the power of positivity firsthand. With the success of sign holding, I created several other projects, but this time getting other people involved, including local businesses. One of the first involved 24 donated flower bouquets. We placed them on a table in a public space, and we just had a simple sign. It said, "Free flowers for loved one. Please pay it forward." It was completely free to anyone, and all we had hoped for was for other people to pay it forward too. It was a win-win for everyone involved. It was great PR for the local business, and each person left there with a smile on their face. Another simple idea was with a coffee shop where we paid for 50 coffees in advance. The shop agreed to distribute 10 coffees a day at random over the course of 5 days. Once people realized that their coffees were paid for in advance, they took it upon themselves to pay it forward to someone too. Dozens of people ended up paying it forward over the course of several weeks. One of the most recent ideas was a 365-day project, which involved a mini chalkboard with a simple question I painted on top, which said, "What makes you smile?" I went up to someone each and every day for an entire year asking them this question, which is a very simple question. You know, a lot of us work really hard, we go to school, we pay bills, but sometimes we forget about those simple things in life, the things that truly make us happy. And that's what this project allowed other people to do, is to express themselves, what makes them happy. The final product was a 365-day interactive photography project, which challenged myself to interact with those in the community in a unique way. The possibilities with these projects are endless. Positivity is something that we're forgetting to incorporate into our daily lives. A lot of people think that in order for us to make a difference, we need to do something big. But in actuality, doing several small things can turn into something really grand. Sign holding was a very small idea, and it's quickly turned into a ripple effect, creating several other projects. Positivity is something that we're forgetting to incorporate into our daily lives. What's been beautiful to see is that several of these ideas have been spread all over the world. I've learned something very valuable from bucket list item number 53. Each person here has the opportunity to spread simple acts of kindness. And I ask you one question. What makes you smile? And what can you do to bring it to others? Thank you.